Hello students, today we're going to be solving equations and inequalities, and notice this A2AREIA. This is just the way the state of Arizona labels its standards for all the math classes, and so this standard is for the Algebra 2 with Trigonometry course. And really what I want you guys to focus is the learning target, and today you're going to be able to solve equations and inequalities through reasoning. So the first thing that we're going to focus on is solving equations with fractions. Fractions in an equation can get very messy. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get rid of these fractions by clearing the fraction away, taking it away, or another word that we use is fraction busting. Sounds pretty fun. We're going to eliminate the fractions so that we can have an equation that has no more fractions, and then it's easy to work with. So we're going to begin with this equation, x over 2 plus 3 over 5 is equal to 3. So what we got to focus on is on the denominators, 2 and 5. We got to find the lowest common multiple, which is what do these two numbers both go into. 2 and 5 both go into 10. So that means that I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. So I'm going to multiply this by 10, this by 10, and this term by 10. So every single term gets multiplied by 10. And then why do I want to do that? Because then now 2 can go into 10. How many times does 2 go into 10? 5. It goes in evenly. So 5 times x is 5x. Hey, no more fraction on this term. 5 goes into 10 2 times, so 3 times 2 is 6. And then this one doesn't have a fraction, so you just multiply 3 times 10, which is 30. We're going to subtract the 6 on both sides, bring down the 5x, and 30 minus 6 is 24. We're going to end up dividing everything by 5, so I'm going to divide this by 5, and we're going to get x is equal to 24 over 5. Now, you don't have to turn it into a decimal unless you really want to, but I would read the instructions. It says, solve the equation. If necessary, leave the answer in simplest fraction. So 24 over 5 cannot be reduced anymore or simplified, so I'm just going to leave it like that. So let's get working with the guided practice. Notice that this one only has one fraction, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the fraction by multiplying by the denominator. In this case it's 5, so I'm going to multiply every term by 5, and then these cancel, so you're left with 6y minus 20, because 4 times 5 is 20, 8 times 5 is 40. You're going to add the 20 on both sides, so I'm going to bring down the 6y equals 40 plus 20 is 60, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 6. So I'm going to divide the left by 6 and the right by 6. You're going to end up with y is equal to 10. So notice that we're not going to have any fraction that we have to worry about. So y is equal to 10 is the answer. Now I want you to pause the video and go ahead and try this. The answer for this one is y is equal to 16. Okay? When you're done with that, go ahead and go to the next practice problem. Here we have 15 is equal to negative 1/2, parentheses negative 12x plus 2. So I want to get rid of the fraction because I don't like working with fraction, even though I am a math teacher and I do love math. But I'd rather get rid of the fraction. So 2 is the only denominator, so I'm going to multiply this by 2. And because this is in parentheses, I only need to multiply by 2 in the front. 2 times 15 is 30 equals negative, because there's a negative. This 2 cancels with that bottom 2, so you're left with negative 1 times negative 12x plus 2. We're going to distribute the negative 1, so we're going to have 30 is equal to positive 12x minus 2. I'm going to add a 2 on both sides. So 30 plus 2 is 32 equals 12x. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 12. So 32 divide by 12, and then 12x divide by 12. These cancel. So x is 32 over 12. Now we have to simplify. So that means what number can go into 32 and 12? The biggest number that can go into 32 and 12. Well, that's going to be 4. It can be divided by 4. So x is going to be 32 divided by 4 is 8. And 12 divided by 4 is 3. So the answer is x equals 8/3. So remember, we want it in simplified fraction form. So now go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and try this right here. Go ahead and try, and the answer for this, once you finish it, should be x equals 4. Okay? So now you're going to go to video 2 to finish the next few problems. Go to the next video.